Dad. It's official. I've got your number.
Look, Holly...
I knew it was the right thing to do, to come and see you. I mean, they were doing their best, Granny and Grandad, but they just didn't understand where I was coming from, at all. I just needed to speak to someone a little more up-to-date, like you.
Yeah, look, I'm glad you came too.
It's just the way they went on and on about Damien's age. I mean, he's only 31, getting to the 21st century, for God's sake.
I think maybe it wasn't just his age.
I know, because they thought me doing art was a waste of time. They wanted me to be an accountant or a lawyer.
Holly,
It's just what I love doing. And, yeah, Damien had his faults, but at least he got that. I just needed my own space. They wouldn't even let me decorate my own room. They wanted it kept the way it was, and that wasn't mine, it was Mum's. Sorry, it's just a relief to be able to speak to somebody.
Holly, we need to talk about where you go next.
Thanks. I'll be back in a minute.
Hang on, are you telling me you decided to run a duplex scam off your own back?
I didn't think you'd mind if it gave us a diagnosis.
And has it?
Not conclusively, no, but I really think we're onto something here.
Well, go ahead, Sherlock. Let's hear it.
I think Ruby's suffering from critical limb ischemia, potentially secondary to venous thrombosis. She recently went on a long-haul flight with her mother, and apparently she didn't move throughout.
And your treatment plan?
We amputate the leg below the knee to prevent further infection.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Look, at the rate she's deteriorating, we leave it much longer.
Are you actually suggesting that we maim a child for life with no conclusive medical evidence?
But the overall clinical picture would...
Plainly doesn't fit. Yes, the sepsis is coming from her leg, but the duplex scan will not only rule out venous disease, but arterial disease as well. Surely you know that. It's clearly not a DVT.
She's going through a systematic shutdown.
And that is exactly what we're treating. We carry on with the broad-spec antibiotics. We administer anaerobic and gram-negative cover. Inotropes to maintain her blood pressure, heparin to thin the blood and aid circulation, and then we wait. And we see how the ischemia demarcates.
Wait, how long?
2 hours. We'll give the antibiotics a chance to work.
2 hours? She might not have that long.
And we hold our nerve. That's not beyond you, is it?
No.
Good.
It's a delicate procedure. Inserting a pigtail catheter, it requires precision, skill.
I know, but I'll be supervised.
It's very easy to nick a blood vessel or puncture the lung. If you go too low, you could hit the liver. You could even damage the heart. I'm not saying that you would.
I'm sorry, look, I'm getting confused here. What are you saying, that you don't want me to do it? Look, the last thing I want to do is go against your word. I'm only trying to do my job. Maybe if you tell me why you're trying to keep us both away from each other, then...
Forgive me, I'm being a little overprotective today. You've been very good to me. Take it as a compliment. My favour. Mr. Byrne.
I'm just leaving my stuff before I head in the theatre.
Right, yes, I need to get a move on too. Just one piece of advice. Use an ultrasound.
I know, Elliot, I know, but I had no choice. I had to go and see my solicitor.
Joseph...
Hours on the phone, I've been getting nowhere. The coroner won't release Archie's report. That's their final word. This is just a nightmare.
Yeah, Julia. Yeah, it's Linden.
That's not right, is it? Look how sweaty she is.
Her temperature's up.
She's getting worse, isn't she?
Gavin, please.
Ollie, just be straight with me. I'm not an idiot. These antibiotics aren't working.
Well...
Does this nailer know what she's doing?
She's a consultant. He's a junior doctor.
So what? Titles mean nothing to me. You think consultants don't miss things? You think the same, don't you?
Well,
Come on, mate. This is my daughter here.
obviously there's more than one way to skin a cat. Look, maybe you should consider getting a second opinion.
I'm asking you. I can see something's up.
Gavin, stop it. You're going to get him into trouble.
Into trouble? What the hell do I care? Look at her. You ran a duplex scan. Why'd you do that? Duplex. Duplex, that's measuring blood flow through the veins.
Gavin.
DVT, that's what you were thinking? Of course. The flight.
The flight? What, you think she
Well,
got...
that means we have to...
What? What?
Gavin.
I'm all
Donna Sharma, CT, shows heavy bleeding in the abdomen. We don't know where from.
OK, let's do an emergency laparotomy.
Well, hang on, that's not all.
You know, I left a message at his work. They just called back. He was made redundant 12 months ago.
Wonder why you lied about it.
No idea. Keep an eye on him. Let's get her straight into theatre.
Let's just make it clear, I didn't authorise that duplex scan, and as far as I'm concerned, it should have never been discussed with you.
It doesn't matter now, but it makes total sense. We've got no other leads.
Are you seriously suggesting that I go ahead and amputate your daughter's leg?
No, of course not. Gavin, please.
I know losing a leg is a terrible option, but if that's what saves her, the sepsis is spreading all the time.
Look, I know that this is very distressing for you, but it's important not to panic.
That's why her fever's up.
This is totally mad. I'm sorry about this.
Don't you apologise for me. Just because you don't want to admit what happened here.
Admit what?
Who took her on this flight? Me? You know she hates flying, but you still forced her into it.
Come on, Gav, don't.
No, you don't. I can't believe you waited so long to let me know.
Mr. Hodgson.
I'm not going to sit by and do nothing.
Well, neither am I. I'm accountable for her care. Look, this medication is not a magic potion. You need to give it time to work, which it will, I promise you. You're her father, and it's your job to panic. I'm her doctor. It's my job to keep a cool head, and I am not going to let you do something you're going to regret. Come with me.
Look, I have no choice. You heard it.
You couldn't do it, could you? You just couldn't hold it in.
You don't understand. We go back a long
No,
way.
no, I understand perfectly. Your ego is bigger than your brain, and you just made a very bad situation a whole lot worse. You're off the case.
What am I supposed to do?
Go and clean the toilets with your toothbrush for all I care. Just stay away from this family.
Belinda.
Gav, no. Oh, God, if that woman's wrong. If...
This is some bleed.
There's not enough clotted blood. Let's hope the FFP and vitamin K will work.
Where the hell's it all coming from?
Cavity. Maybe a tear in the mesenteric artery. Such in there. Here it is. Clips and ties. Thank you. Right, let's hope this holds.
BP's dropping.
Okay, still bleeding. There must be another tear.
Still dropping.
Something's not right here. She wouldn't have such extensive injuries if she just collapsed. I don't care what position she fell in. Okay, here it is. Clips and ties. Thank you. Right, hopefully this time it will hold.
BP coming up. So what are you thinking?
I want her on ITU, away from her husband. Let's not take any chances, at least until we get to the bottom of this.
Hi, it's Thandie.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I
I can
just...
do it myself, thanks.
Managed to slip it past one of the nurses. Don't like parting with it, you see. It's from my first holiday with the girlfriend in Wales. Will you keep it for me, please?
Yeah, of course.
So, are you ready for action?
Absolutely. Shall I just go and get the ultrasound?
No, we don't need one. In any ED, they do it without. That is how you perfect your skill. Shall we proceed with the anesthetic?
Yeah.
You're off the case, you're off the case. It's her call. Look, you don't understand. I haven't volunteered any information, but I can't lie to these people. He's a family friend.
Hey, that's irrelevant. You know, I'm not surprised she hit the roof. What on earth were you thinking questioning a consultant?
She wouldn't even hear me out. Look, we've got a very sick child here, and time's running out. If there's any chance I'm right, any chance at all, please. What was I supposed to do?
All right. I'll have a word. Hold your breath.
So are you thinking that someone did this to her?
Unfortunately, yes.
I'll get back to him. Something definitely shifty about him. He lied to us about his work. But he doesn't look as if he could hurt a fly.
People are full of surprises. Never ceases to amaze me.
Your daughter. Was that a surprise? I hadn't realized she was so grown up.
No.
Very pretty. You must be proud.
I'm sorry, Holly. I just don't think it's a good idea, you moving in.
I didn't mean... I just wanted to pick up some of my stuff. I just wanted to show you some of my paintings.
I think this is the space between the intercostal muscle.
Excellent. Now go ahead.
Come on, don't leave me in suspense here.
Inserting the cannula. And guide wire.
Good.
Removing the needle. Pigtail catheter over the guide wire. Remove the guide wire. And connecting catheter to bag, which will drain by gravity.
Wow.
Doesn't that feel better?
Thank you so much. Wow, I owe you big time.
Here.
Well, if you have any fire alarms to fit, you know who to call.
That was pretty faultless. You see, no ultrasound. You belong in theatre. You're natural.
No, please. Okay, you don't understand. I thought you wanted to move in.
Oh, I understand. Just the idea of it was enough.
Come on.
What was I thinking? Such a stupid cow for thinking you ever cared for me.
Of course I do. I do. It's been 9 years, though. I just don't think we should jump right into it.
I wasn't expecting to.
You don't know me. You don't know what I'm like. I can barely take care of myself, let alone someone else.
That's the reason? For all these years?
You have no idea.
I heard nothing from you for 9 years. 9 years! Not a call, not a letter, happy birthday, nothing.
Darling. Why do you think that is?
Because you don't want me.
No. Honey, it's not that simple.
Seems pretty simple to me. Do you know what it's like to live all that time, like there's a hand around your throat, that you can't breathe? Why would you care? You don't care about anyone but yourself. You just left me to it. What do you care that I've got nowhere to go?
It's not like that. Okay, I've called your grandmother. We can all talk about this together.
You did what?
I...
Why the hell would you think I would even want to speak to her? After everything I've said to you, have you not been listening to me? Good. Better off by myself.
Yes, I know what you're thinking, but I had no choice.
If you say so.
Hey, has Naylor said anything?
Well, she was on the phone to Mr. Spence, and then she asked to see the parents in the room.
Daisha, prep Ruby Hodgson. I'm taking her to theatre.
So you ready to go?
Absolutely.
You tell him yet?
No. You're scrubbing in. We're going to debride the necrotic tissue and see how far the infection spread.
You're a very lucky boy. Get to it.
Thanks for letting me do this.
Thank me later.
It wasn't my intention to undermine you in any way.
You haven't.
No, of course not. No, we're all thinking about the patient.
You weren't thinking about the patient. You were thinking about proving yourself. We both know that.
Holly, darling, please stop. Look, I know you're angry. I called, okay? But it's not that I don't want you.
Really?
I am thinking of you.
Just keep on telling yourself that.
You have to trust me, okay? You're better off without me.
No. What you mean is you're better off without me. Because you couldn't live with the constant reminder of Mum, could you? That's what it's about. So it's nothing to do with me. It's all about you.
Of course it's about you. Okay, I worry for you.